Horsepower. We toss the term around like confetti at a wedding. This beast has 500 horsepower. We say this as if we have a shred of understanding for the metrics of force and energy. But let us pause for a moment. Why on earth horsepower? Not ox power or bison force? Nope, horses of all things. Well, let me take you on a little jaunt back in time, because this isn't just a scientific unit of measurement. It is a stroke of marketing genius that could teach us all a thing or two about selling using subjectivity over objectivity. Imagine this scene. It is the 1700s in Scotland. Coal mines as dark and dismal as a rainy Monday. Horses, sturdy, reliable chaps, were the engines of the day, heaving coal from the bowels of the earth. Mine owners adored them, but oh, the upkeep. Feeding, watering, the occasional vet bill that could bankrupt a small kingdom. Then along comes this clever invention, the steam engine. But the early versions? Horrible, inefficient, clunky, best described as a teapot trying to power a locomotive train. Enter James Watt, a Scottish engineer with a mind sharper than a tack. In the 1760s, he tweaks the original design. And boom, an efficient steam engine that could really improve some mining operations. But there's a big problem. How do you convince grizzled mine owners to ditch their beloved horses for the hissing steam contraption? They think in horses. The costs of purchasing a horse, the cost to feed and water them, the cost to treat them, even cost to keep the horse secure. Did you know that horse theft in those days was a capital offense? Anyways, horse talk was the currency of power. If you're James Watt and you want to replace horses in the mines, you're going to have to change your sales grip. Don't talk engine design of how you upgraded the old engine with a separate condenser so the condensation can occur without cooling the cylinder, because it requires too much energy to have to reheat the cylinder so we can use 2/3 less coal per cycle, thereby effectively tripling the engine's output per unit of fuel. Especially don't talk to them about the power physics as if they're engineers themselves who understand that the steam engine's output at optimal operation with steam supplied at approximately 1.1 atmospheres and a boiler efficiency of 2 to 3%, the engine can perform mechanical work equivalent to raising 33,000 pounds of material through 1 vertical foot of movement in precisely 1 minute per unit of effective power, moving a single cylinder of 30-inch bore at 6-foot strokes, cycling 10 to 15 strokes per minute. Or you can put your marketing cap on and translate this to horse talk, the language they understand. Watt studied their horses at work and calculated that a single horse maxed out at that 33,000 pounds per foot metric. So he terms this 1 horsepower. It's marketing genius. He could now proclaim, gentlemen, my 10 horsepower engine equals 10 horses. And the way you're having to work those horses in 8-hour shifts, my 10 horsepower engine running 24 hours of operation per day could replace 30 of your horses. And they got it. Because it's not about the math. It's about reframing the unfamiliar into familiar, using relevant terms the client will understand. Watt's engines flew off the shelves, and soon everyone's using horsepower as the benchmark. And it's stuck with us ever since. From steam engines to supercars to industrial motors, it's a psychological sleight of hand that turns skepticism into sales. So there you have it. Horsepower, the ultimate marketing hack from 2 centuries ago. And you know, this little tale has a magnificent parallel in our world of financial services. Why drown your client in a sea of financial jargon? ROI, projections, compound interest rates, surrender charges, tax brackets, asset allocation ratios, EBITDA, net present value, discount rates, internal rate of return. It's like Watt trying to sell the steam engine by reciting boiler specs. I had a major problem with this when I began advising in both personal and corporate finance. I finally learned that all I had to do was assure clients with confidence that we're going to take your portfolio from current status A to future status A plus X. I just needed to sell myself. Have confidence in yourself, instill this confidence into your clients, and they'll trust you to be the expert. Make it relatable, make it irresistible. I love these hidden gems. I am Paul with Excel, and we will see you next time.